Great. Good afternoon. I'm Heather Coleman. I'm chair of the Norma Slepecky Undergraduate Research Prize for WISE and the associate professor and associate chair of biology. I want to welcome everyone to our 19th annual Norma Slepecky Undergraduate Research Prize award ceremony. Dr. Norma Slepecky was a greatly respected colleague, a distinguished auditory neuroanatomist, and a professor here at Syracuse University. Each year, we celebrate her commitment to the inclusion of women in science engineering and to undergraduate research. The legacy of Norma, who was a professor in the biomedical engineering department and neuroscience, and to her husband Ralph, who was a professor in biology, can be found throughout campus, but particularly in this event. Honoring the contributions of women in STEM and encouraging undergraduate women to be active participants in research are important parts of building a new and more inclusive research enterprise here at Syracuse and in the STEM workforce. The mission of WISE for over 22 years has been to foster an inclusive STEM environment by supporting the recruitment, retention, and advancement of women in STEM at all levels of the pipeline. WISE achieves its mission and the mission of Syracuse University by continuing our Vanguard programs for first-year students through faculty, and by carrying on the legacy of Drs. Norma and Ralph Slepecky, who were both members of our faculty committed to inclusive excellence. WISE in all that we do is led by women STEM faculty such as Norma Slepecky, who was a founding member. Their leadership has directly impacted the status of women in STEM at the university for over 22 years. However, we could not do it all without the many faculty, both women and men, who volunteer their time to support women undergraduate students and WISE. Before I announce the awards, I'd like to acknowledge the contributions of several people who have helped make this competition possible. I'd like to thank the faculty who reviewed nominations, Elizabeth Carter and Chilkuri Mohan from the College of Engineering and Computer Science, and David Mosdehi and Leo Schooler from the College of Arts and Sciences. Their task was especially difficult this year because the quality of submissions was uniformly exceptional. We appreciate their enduring support and service. Please join me in thanking these faculty for their service. I'd also like to acknowledge the faculty mentors who have encouraged their students to be actively involved in research as undergraduates here at Syracuse University. The submissions we receive for this competition make it clear that doing so is an important and worthwhile endeavor. I would like to invite you again to give a round of applause for all the faculty advisors who make these opportunities available and take the time to recognize their students' excellence through their nomination letters. Lastly, I'd like to thank the applicants for the privilege of reading their work. The reviewers were repeatedly impressed at the sophistication of the research and the clarity of the writing of the applicants for this award. This competition demonstrates the vibrancy of independent scholarly research by undergraduate students at the university. We wish we could give awards to all of them. Please join me in thanking the applicants. Today we recognize and celebrate independent research conducted by our undergraduate women students across campus and STEM departments. The Slepecky Prize is presented annually to students who demonstrate excellence in scholarship and who submit the best article, thesis, manuscript, or presentation at a professional meeting in the sciences or engineering. The award is made possible by the friends, family, and colleagues of the late Dr. Norma Slepecky, who endorsed the endowment of this prize. In reading about her work and her legacy, I was impressed by her commitment to her students and to their trajectories. Her devotion to her students and to women in STEM in particular is to be celebrated. We also hope that it will be emulated by generations of scientists to come. This year we have one awardee for this competition. Would Amber Vandepoele and her advisor, Michael Marciano, please come up on stage? And if you could stand in front of the Norma Slepecky banner and prize and lecture banner, that would be great. So Amber is a dual major in forensic science and biochemistry. She has participated in research in the Marciano group since her first year at Syracuse University. During her time here, she has not only engaged in her research, but has also engaged in multiple extracurricular activities, including founding and leading the Undergraduate Forensic Science Student Association, participating in the leadership of the SU chapter of the American Chemical Society, and serving as both a Dean's Team Ambassador and a student research mentor for SOURCE. She also spent time working in the Department of Defense as a research associate through a highly competitive Army Educational Outreach Program apprenticeship. Amber participated in 2 research projects of note, the first of which focused on developing a new and more comprehensive approach to forensic analysis to allow phylogenetic separation of microbial, metazoan, and plant fractions from a single mixed sample. Her second project involved computational research for the interpretation of forensics DNA sequence data. Both projects have resulted in manuscripts, one submitted and one in progress. Amber has been described by her advisor as motivated, committed, and having high integrity, and that is clear in her accomplishments during her time here at Syracuse University. Congratulations, Amber. I will do this first.